Stop.
Too late, too late. Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Hello, Shadow Lady.
Hello, I'm so sorry I started talking there.
That's all right. Did you have a good week?
I've had a very busy week, but it's been good. I like getting a lot of things done, so that's nice.
Okay.
I'm curious if you got your new TV.
Yeah, actually, I did. I got it Monday, so finally,
Oh, fantastic.
I did rearrange my setup a bit. I was going to make a test earlier this week, just couldn't find the time. So today will be the day we test our new setup.
Beautiful. I hope you get to see. Is this supposed to be so that you can see your comments scrolling now on your screen?
Well, I could see it. It's just that I was using my Cintiq. Like my Cintiq is like a 16-inch Cintiq, and the text was very small, so it was kind of hard to. I could read it, but I had to focus on it as opposed to with my big TV. I just have I can almost read the chat now from the corner of my eye without actually looking at it, so it should be better.
Ah, that's beautiful. Excellent. We've got some people saying hello. I was a little bit wary about how many people will actually get today because today, at least here, it's Christmas holidays and it's villains. So I'm curious to see what happens. Is
We'll see.
that Johnny? Hello? Or
Hello,
am I hearing things?
you're hearing things.
I'm hearing things. Oh. No, it says three people in the chat.
Now you're hearing things.
No, you're just trying to trick me.
Uh,
He stopped talking, even if he was here.
let's see. Oh yeah, Johnny's here.
Haha! I am a G. I'm not a G. I just heard him. I just have better hearing than Multi, apparently.
But
Hello, people.
somehow. Oh, there we go.
I told you I heard him! Oh,
Yes, you did.
confirmation.
So let's say hello to Matthew Barto, the Chosen, Pops.
Hello,
Chosen
that
is
nice to
mentioning the new
remember
story
you.
blog. We'll talk about that in just a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Today we are going to play the Brainiac missions. This week, the bonus week is the Brainiac missions DLC. Uh, we'll probably go play then some Harley Quinn missions after that. We'll see how things go. And who knows, we might even play some omnibuses. The sky's the limit today. But we'll see.
Woo!
We'll see how
I
many
think
people
that'll
show
be
up.
fun.
So how was your week, Shadow Lady?
Busy but good. Lots of. I can't say that I celebrated Christmas because we celebrate on the
Can you hear me?
1st. So, but there was a lot of stuff going on at home that made it so that I was quite busy. I also later today have to build a piece of furniture that is a gift to somebody else. So that's fun. How was yours? Did you enjoy your Christmas?
It was okay. Yeah, it was basically yesterday. I went to my father's. We had turkey, pie, and I forget what else. So it was good.
Nice. Is it? Do you guys have turkey for Christmas and for Thanksgiving? And your Thanksgiving is far away from your Christmas, right? It's not like the U.S.
It's earlier than in the U.S. It's roughly 1 month before the U.S. And
So there's a nice gap in between.
yeah, so yeah, we have turkey for both. Although usually by Christmas, like a comment I hear every year, people are tired of turkey and they want to do something else. But it's the
Hmm.
one time in the year really we'll really eat the turkey, so it's always a bit fishy when people say that, but that doesn't matter. Yes, Johnny, we heard you before. Yes, Pops, we're playing villains today. So if you want to play with us, you'll have to play an evil villain. Although we will probably
Yep.
go to the open world. We'll go to the open world, play the various bounties. So you guys could join us in the open world to play the bounties.
I'm having a hard time understanding what Johnny is saying.
Actually, I'm not hearing him anymore. I heard him once, and then I don't hear him.
He sounds very low and a bit
Ah,
choppy. Maybe
okay.
so he's trying
Because
to hear the words.
he switched character. That's why he switched to
Oh,
his
okay.
T800. Say something, Johnny.
Oh dear. Sounded like he said dun dun. Oh dear.
No, we don't hear him no more. It might be for the best. So let's
Oh,
invite
don't forget to
Johnny.
add me. Unless, of course, else you don't want me to run the content with you, but I think that might be a mistake because I don't know how many people you're gonna get. Thank you.
We'll take whoever comes here. Actually, seeing how there's 4 of us.
We can run an alert. I know how to speak English.
Yes. So let's run the alert while people maybe decide to come and join us. So let's run the Brainiac alert so that we'll get extra currency. Oh, are we brave? Are we going to play the elite version? What say you?
We can try. I will say this character is one of my poorest, so we can try. She is a tank, so fire tank, so she might be okay. But you're tanking, so I won't tank.
Is this better?
Yes.
That is much better.
What's your role, Johnny?
That's funny, right?
Are you a troll or a DPS, Johnny?
DPS.
DPS?
DPS.
So we would be 2 tanks and what is Pops?
Okay, I can DPS.
This character is not built up, though. He's not built up at all.
Okay. We'll play the regular version.
The boring version.
I thought we could be brave and play the elite one, but I guess not today.
I'm happy to try.
Oh, I guess Johnny, I think you're not. We need 4. We can't with this group.
That's not elite.
The combat rating is too low.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was saying this character's not built up at all. He's pretty much a new character. So.
Yeah, sorry, mine isn't built up all the way yet either. I'm getting there.
I guess we're not.
I put any effort into my villain.
I guess no choice. We're gonna have to play something everyone can play. So let's go for the winter seasonal then.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay, let me go get the mission then.
Oh yeah. Don't lose out on it. Go collect. Ready up. The menu is so laggy. I have taken to when I'm live with you. I play on my PlayStation 4 even though I have a PlayStation 5 because my PlayStation 4 cuts out and boots me less often. I don't know why that's the case, but kind of like, well, I'm glad I still have my PS4.
Well, with PS5, there's still issues, especially lately. Lately, there was some game freezes. So yeah, there's still issues with PS5, sadly. And the chat issue also, there's still plenty of chat issues. So I don't know if they were not able to fix it, or they just can't fix it, or they didn't take the time to fix it just yet. Because right now they're probably busy. They're probably busy working on. They're probably busy working on DLC 49 now. So I would suspect that might be why.
Yeah. Well, it seems like on the PlayStation 5 I have the exact same lag issues as PS4, so that's not changed. But I just get kicked out way more frequently. Or is someone not doing this? I feel a despair over here. Whoop! Got it. Hey! Let me redo one. I'm gonna say your Terminator looks awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How was your Christmas, Johnny? If you celebrated.
It was there.
Very descriptive, thank you.
Yeah.
Does your puppy get the leftovers, Multi? From your turkey?
He did get food, but it wasn't exactly leftovers. Like we usually set aside some food just for him.
Oh, he gets spoiled.
Of
I
course.
do that to my cats sometimes. My cats have chicken on Christmas Day, even though we weren't celebrating, and they'll have Christmas chicken on our actual Christmas Day, which is on the 1st.
So here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. Okay, is that every year we get our dog Christmas toys and stuff, and they're wrapped up in wrapping and whatnot. And this year, I guess he just remembers all the other Christmases before, and he legitimately like sniffed out all of his toys and each and one of the wrapped gifts and ripped them out himself.
Good.
That's so cool.
His toys.
Cats are more interested in the tree than they are in their gifts.
It's just like, what?
Every now and then I'll find something that I think they'll enjoy playing with and get them that.
And the craziest thing is, after he was done all his toys and he saw us open up our stuff, He got sad and started looking for other things to open up himself, looking for more toys.
Aww! Not enough! You need to get more, Johnny.
It was so funny.
I wish did you record?
No.
Oh, gotta record everything in your life. Don't live in the moment. Record it so I can see it later.
It was cute.
I think our Christmas tree, when we build it up, I push all, because it's plastic, like it's a crappy plastic one, and really it doesn't look very full either. So what we do is we pull all of the branches to one side of the tree so that it's like flat on one side and then branches on the other side, and we decorate that side. And then we push it underneath a piece of low furniture so that the legs are held by usually a couch or something like that, so that if my cats decide to climb it, it can't fall over. It works well. And also it makes the tree look nice and full when it's really not at all, so that's good. Oh, what are you aiming for? Aim for love, please go! Honestly, don't do the whirling dervish is the safest way to hit the character I'm aiming for. Because it just hits all of them.
So Superman says he'll be here soon on his villain tune. And there's The Chosen. He's saying, I'm surprised it'll be a Batman theme again. If you're talking about the next DLC, we'll talk about the new story blog in just a minute. But I don't think it's going to be Batman themed. Even though, in the blog, somehow they did have a sort of exchange between Batman and Catwoman. I think it was only because it was supposed to be some sort of a mystery themed thingy. But I don't think the DLC itself will have anything to do with Batman. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
I don't know, the ending of it sounded like he was going to go off and find out what was going on. I agree with The Chosen. I think it sounds like it's going to be
we'll see.
Perspective at least.
We'll know January 7th, I guess. That's probably when the test server will go back to being activated. From what I understand, it took down the test server until January 7th, so we'll probably know then. Unless they decide to give us a bit of information a bit before, we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess what we could play then, if we don't have the combat rating, we could play some Harley Quinn missions. So let's do that for the alert. What say you?
Please. I didn't do the alert, so I need that.
I'm not gonna stay on too long though, just because I am on call for work.
It's alright.
And I do want to go to the gym before I get called. So.
Fair enough. But it's still nice that you came.
Yeah.
Also, your character looks so kick-ass. I love it. Why are we bowing? We're bowing about something? I'm just going to join in the bows and pretend I know why we're doing it. You're welcome. Oh, look at the legs! Oh, you look so good. Nice. Hey, he joined in the bows too.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Tiny Lilith is looking
Alexander Luthor. Cool.
very nice. Yeah. Oh, I remember. I think he told us last time he was concerned about people saying something about the name because he got such a good name. I'm not sure if that was him or not. But he looks awesome. It's very nice. Oh, you look so good now that you've transformed your physical appearance too.
We're waiting for you, Johnny.
Human form.
Oh.
Got a cue.
So for those who are here, there's Lilith over here, and there's our friend Alexander Luthor. We'll invite you guys after the 4-player mission. It shouldn't take too long.
No, if it takes too long, that's not good.
Hello, Sean Bradley. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, I'm so glad you can read your comments now.
Of course.
Because I have to keep looking down at my phone to see them. If you can just kind of see them on your screen, that's fantastic. I need to get a similar setup for when I do go live, which I'm not doing until next year.
Were you reading the comments on your phone? Oh, I'm so sad now. I thought you read that on PC or something.
No! Phone!
Oh. Then
I do it on my phone too.
I feel guilty then.
Why would you feel guilty?
Because you had to read on that tiny screen. I thought you had a big computer screen.
No. Well, I do have a computer screen, but I don't use it for this. And also, it's kind of hooked up in position and can't really easily be moved from there. And also, I mainly just use it for editing. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't use it for this. But also, I have like my work phone and my non-work phone. And when I'm recording the live myself at the same time, my work phone that I'm recording on is unavailable. So I'm doing it on my personal phone. So that's fun.
So you have two phones. You're an important person.
I do. No, it's because there was options for getting a camera for, you know how I record myself, so people can see me on my channel. There were options of different cameras and things that I could get, and I was looking up what was going to be best. It ended up being cheaper and more worth my while because phones have way more things that they can do than a camera does. It was way cheaper to just buy a particular phone that had a really good quality camera on it than it was, pardon me, to purchase a camera separate. So I bought a phone instead of a camera because the camera on it is good, and then also all of my accounts are on there. I can answer you guys on there, see everything going on, and it works out great. It also gives me nice separation from, okay, we're not dealing with work today, put the work phone way over there, don't look at it, and we deal with life. So it forces me to not answer my phone every 2 seconds, which I will say I do have a habit of doing. So if I don't answer anybody straight away, it's because my phone is away from me, or because I'm asleep.
So Zanto says his combat rating is 430. That's fine. We'll play with whoever shows up. Superman was asking what phase we are in the House of Legend. We were in phase 5. I assume we'll be in phase 5 still when we come back, but I can't guarantee it. I'm not sure exactly how the phases work. Every
time we come back,
do we come back to the same?
Phase, I go into another, and I have to phase shift into your phase.
Okay.
Almost every time. Yeah.
So
I have no idea how that works.
So maybe we'll get back to phase 5, maybe not. We'll find out in just a minute. And to get back to the blog thingy, basically there was a section for blogs that was added to the DCUO forum, not the DCUO website. And we just got the first blog not too long ago, where basically it's going to be some story to fill in the story between the DLC, if it makes any sense.
Like Kite Man, right? Something to do with Kite Man. I don't know. They also hinted at, didn't they send like a message before they had the blog come out of just a picture or a video where a blue light flew through apocalyptic Gotham?
Yeah, they showed a video on X where you see a blue light in the sky in apocalyptic Gotham. So that seems to hint to something to come. Obviously, the obvious joke came out, like I said, blue power confirmed, Blue Lantern power confirmed, but of course it's not.
Don't say that! People will think you're serious!
Nah, it's not.
They did take it serious. That's the funny thing.
And usually that's what happened, sadly. But anyways.
You can't be just saying those things, Multi.
Wow, we can say anything. But and some people thought somehow that it was written by someone in the Creator League. I don't think so, but
no, it's by the devs, right?
It could be by, if it is, it's by someone else. I don't know who wrote that. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's the devs. They seem to be trying to go back to having a more narrative driven storyline in DCUO. So they're trying to make the DCUO more.
It has to be 4 parts, so I'm curious how quickly they come out.
Well, I'm scared about that because if part 1 stinks, it's going to be a long year.
Yeah. I really hope that's not the case. And I'm also hoping this isn't something they're planning to have go through the entire year. I'm curious how much will be released, like how much of the storyline, whether it's just going to be something in open world, or whether there'll be actual loot to go with it. I just don't know. And I'm nervous. I'm nervous about what they're going to do.
Well, 4 part, it will have to be the entire year at least, because they cannot. There's no way they can produce 4 parts in 1 year. They can barely produce. Last year they could barely produce 2 parts.
Well, it's dependent on how much is in a part. Now that it's not an episode, which I think they very intentionally changed the word episode to chapter because they want it to be something different. And I'm thinking that they'll probably decrease the amount of content that comes out with each chapter. So I'm kind of hoping it's smaller bites, but more frequently. I don't know.
I hope they don't do that because they've tried it before. We already know. We already know it doesn't work. They did that with the monthly episodes, and the game was constantly broken because whenever they add new stuff to the game, we see it right now. Like we saw it with even the Harley Quinn DLC. When they add something new to the game, they break the game, and then they have to spend 2-3 weeks to fix what they've broken. So when they were releasing,
That's why they put it in Apocalyptic Gotham, because that is the most recent release. They're the most familiar with it because they released it themselves, even though they didn't design the storyline. I think that that's them being smart and putting it in an area that's going to be something that hopefully won't break.
could be, but nah, it's going to break. Yeah, I strongly doubt. I strongly doubt they found a miracle way to be able to add stuff without breaking it. So sadly,
Yeah.
when they add stuff on a monthly basis, basically we were constantly playing a broken game, and they were constantly needing to fix it. And at some point, the devs were pretty much burning themselves out because they had to create a new content and then fix the content that was broken. So that was a big ask. As opposed to when they release one DLC every 3-4 months. Well, yeah, they break the game and then they spend 2, 3, 4 weeks to fix it. But then afterwards, they're 2, 3 months before they actually break the game again.
I mean, look, it's still broken now, right in this film clip, with her wrist going straight through the hammer. There's stuff that I wish they would fix that they're just not even intending to, and it bothers me.
No,
But
they'll never fix that.
Exactly, they don't care. I care!
It's the kind of thing where the clipping and stuff like that. They pretty much have an approach where
I never even noticed.
we're gonna have to learn to live with it. And some guys, like some people like Johnny, don't even see it. So
Oh, I totally noticed. All of them bugged me.
Well, I'm gonna notice now that you pointed out, but like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just don't notice that typically.
I notice them all the time. Particularly, the one that bugged me the most is that in the solo, it's got that cutscene where you're talking with Red Tool, and your character is supposed to kneel in front of him, but if the character doesn't have that particular emote, they sit on the ground and disappear from the cutscene. I'm like, none of my characters have that, so all of my characters disappear.
they've given up on doing good animation a long time ago. I even mentioned that.
I'm aware. They used to have like entire movie clips that they've gotten rid of now.
Pretty much. And I did mention that with when we got the Batman Ally, the animation of Batman Ally was well, let's say suspect, and they did not fix it at all.
No, I know. It's sad. They at least appear to be very money driven. If something isn't going to gain them income, then they're not going to do it. They won't fix things that look bad because the looking bad isn't something that stops us from playing the game.
Well, I don't know how big a team they have to actually do the animation.
Yeah.
And who's doing the animation. So do they have new people that don't really know, that are not the best animator in the world? I could be. Or are they good animators but they just don't have enough time and resources? That could be. We'll never know.
Yeah. Oh, I hate when that happens. Go back. Whenever I'm trying to fix up my inventory and it suddenly brings up the leaderboard.
So let's go back.
Do you want me to keep manning the comments, or do you want to go through since you can see?
No, we'll go
I'm
through
happy
it.
either way.
We'll go through it. So Zato is asking about the Omega Beam artifact. Do you guys like the Omega Beam artifact? Not really, but it seems to be a popular choice. So I'm probably alone. Some people were saying it was pretty much a new meta. It could be, but I find it a bit clunky to use
Yeah.
because
I do like it from what I've seen of other people using it, but I personally am leveling it on one character to see how it goes, but I'm not really excited about it. I just want to have a look at it and see how it goes with my character, so, I don't know. Other people seem very happy with it. I'm kind of with Multi on this one.
Oh, phase 1 is full. Let's go to phase 10. So guys, if you want to come and join us, come to phase 10 and we'll start inviting people to go play some of the 8-player missions. The combat rating at this point won't really matter. We'll play the latest DLC and we'll play the event version so that everyone can play.
Yay!
And afterwards we'll go play the bounties.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to kind of say hello, join
Hello.
in for a bit, and
Thank you for
then
coming.
yeah, and I'm gonna go now. So have a good one, everyone.
Nice to see you. Thank you for the story about your puppy.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
So let's invite Tiny Lilith.
Sounds good. Then Zordanto says, I would join, but I'm weak. It doesn't seem like it's going to matter. Looks like we're going to run content to match. So I think we're more concerned with getting actually 8 players who can play. So if people are willing to play and have a villain, I think Multi's happy. Are you happy? For them
Oh
to
yeah.
come? Yeah.
Oh, Pops says about the Omega artifact. You get interrupted a lot. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like with heat vision you have the artifact that pretty much prevents you from being interrupted, but the Omega beam doesn't seem to have that. So yeah, you probably do get interrupted a lot. And also, in order to be able to maximize the Omega beam, you have to use, I think it's 10 powers. So you need a rotation that you can use pretty quickly. So you have to pretty much tweak your rotation so that you can use 10 powers very quickly and then use your Omega beam and then cycle through your powers. And against mobs, usually with mobs, because basically you can use the Omega beam, you could use 2 powers, use the Omega beam and get a certain effect, use 4 powers and then use the Omega beam, use 6 powers. So for lesser enemies you could decide just use let's say 2 powers and then finish them off with the Omega beam, because it pretty much acts as a finisher. But it doesn't really matter, because when you're fighting mobs you don't really need to use the Omega beam. Just using your powers, that'll be fine for most mobs. So it's really only really useful, I find, against bosses. Although I do have a tendency to still use it against mobs, but I feel foolish whenever I do that, because you don't really need to.
I love this Doomsday that's beside you, can I just say? He's looking good. Riley, that's Superman! Oh, hi! He looks great. He also looks like he could crush you a little bit. I actually think I agree with you on the Omega Beam, honestly. Especially if it's something that can be interrupted. That's frustrating for an artifact ability.
Tiny Little says it's best if you do 10 for the area of effect. Yeah, if you use 10 powers, then yeah, you do have the area of effect. It does damage all enemies and a whole bunch of stuff. Sadly, against many enemies, you can't. By the time you cast 4, 5, 6 powers, the enemies are gone, and then you move on to the next batch. So although if the next batch is close enough, then you just use a few powers until you reach 10 and then cast it on that group. But even then, it's against mobs, I don't find it very 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 useful.
That's
So I would say it's mostly useful against bosses. And but even then, also you get pretty much stuck in one place for like 4 seconds. It is 8 seconds, but once you cast 8 power, once you upgrade your artifact and then cast, I think you have to cast 4, 6 powers, I forget. Then it becomes you get stuck for 4 seconds, which is less than 8 seconds, obviously. But even 4 seconds, that's a long time being stuck in DCUO. A lot of things can happen in 4 seconds.
Zonto says if the Cosmic Chroma Pack comes back, I can finally make Cosmic Ghost Rider. Who's asking for Cosmic Ghost Rider? Is that a thing? Or he's making something up that's fun?
No, there's a Cosmic Ghost Rider, and the Cosmic Material could allow him.
That sounds so cool.
One day.
I'm having more trouble hearing, how normally there's a delay and I can't hear you. I feel like it's happening with a further delay today. Because you're halfway through some words before I start talking. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll try to shut up more.
It's okay. We'll never forgive you.
Oh, but you just said it's okay.
Ah, okay.
You mean it's okay that you'll never forgive me? That's not nice. That's not very nice.
So we'll wait a bit more, but worst comes to worst, if we don't get more people, we'll just go with the group we have.
The Chosen is asking, is there any other Superman styles I can recreate in DCUO besides classic and new 52 ones?
Absolutely.
I know that the answer to this is yes because I've seen them, but I don't know what they are. Do you know what they are?
Yes. We do have the emblems for Superman 1 million or Superman Prime, depending on how you want to call him. So you could recreate those. Actually, there's Superman Prime and there's also Superman 1 million. So we do have a couple of emblems for those characters. We have the emblem for Sunshine Superman, for Chinese Superman. We have the emblems for what else? And and I've seen people also recreate the new. absolute Superman. So now there's quite a few options to create Superman. For the emblems, you will have to look on the broker. I don't think they've been added to Booster Gold just yet. So for those no Superman emblems, you will have to take a look at the broker and buy them from the broker. I don't think they are that expensive, although it's been a while, so maybe the price did go up a bit at this point. But now there's quite a few alternatives to create a Superman type character. So if you want to create Superman,
people's bases where they have the armories, and there's like 12 different iterations.
Superman says the phase is full. I'm a bit surprised. When I came here, there was only like 5 people in the phase. Oh.
Oh no, I think that was before we switched phase. But I could be wrong.
Well, it shows me 10 out of 50. We're in phase 10. Maybe he's trying in phase 1 also, because phase 1 was full.
No, he's with us. See Doomsday standing next to you? That's him.
Okay.
That's Superman, just on his villain. We've got Sub-Zero saying greetings from the Green Lantern Corps, as he always says, so greetings. And Superman and Sub-Zero is saying hello. So that's great. Oh, that's the end of your chat, though, unless I've missed something. I tried to continue on from where you were up to.
That's okay.
But I'm looking forward to when they find... I mean, I don't know if this is specifically what they're doing, because they did say they're, like, adding villains and heroes to a league, right? But they didn't specifically say that we're going to be able to queue together. But I'm hoping that as a consequence of them doing that, we'll be able to queue together with all the heroes when we're on villain and vice versa, because right now there are people who could play with us, and we can't, like, add them in because we're villains. And I just want that to be a thing. I've wanted that to be a thing for years, though.
Well,
especially in an open world where we're clearly doing the same mission.
If they can, oh, there we go. Evil menu that was lagging. If we can form a league with evil villains. It makes sense that we should be able to play missions with them as well.
Oh yeah.
I would be surprised if they to see them give us the option to create leagues with villains, heroes and villains together, and not give us the option to queue together. But you never know. You never know with them devs.
That's so true. And I think he was very intentionally vague in that producer's letter, to be honest.
Yeah, it was pretty vague. They seem to be so scared of saying something that will not happen that they don't say anything. They end up not saying anything.
At all. Yeah, it's like a fine line of having everyone be disappointed and also building up hype. So I don't know. I figure if they're going to build up hype on something and then it doesn't happen, maybe they see that as worse than not building up hype on anything and just having things appear. But I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a mistake.
Well, at this point...
I'm the kind of person... Sorry, you go.
That's okay. No, go ahead.
I was going to say I'm the kind of person who doesn't get upset very easily, but I know there's a lot of gamers who do, so maybe that's where the worry is, because if someone says to me, like, a developer says, hey, we're working on this specific thing that we're trying to input in game, our time frame is this, but there's a possibility we may not meet it, let's see how we go. And then later on they say, yeah, well, it's not met the timeline, and then later on they go, I've scrapped it because we can't get it done. I'll be disappointed, but I'll be glad that they communicated all of that and that they were trying to do something and that I knew about it. So I might be sad, but other people get, like, aggro. I've seen them. It's crazy. I'm not that person.
It seems to be something we're gonna have to live with. That seems to be how they're doing things. And we didn't mention it. I did mention it quite a few times, even on the Discord or on the forums. And they're not going to change that just because we're asking them to.
Obviously.
So that seems to be that seems to be how they've decided to operate, and that seems to be the level of communication they want to have with us. So sadly, we're gonna have to learn how to live with it, because that doesn't seem like it's going to be any different in the future.
I would hope that, like, people who overreact to things like that are the minority, but I do think people who overreact to things tend to be the loudest online. So even if they're the minority, which I don't know if that's the truth or not, I'm just guessing, but even if that's the case, they're going to be louder online than people who are more calm about things. So
well,
I get it, but I don't like it.
Well, part of the issue is that it's an accumulation of stuff. Like, already the people were very frustrated for various reasons. Some people were frustrated when the game was broke. Like at some point, the game was pretty much broken. You couldn't play like the when we got this DLC, for example. Not this, the Brainiac DLC, for example. Why don't we?
We've got a soldier in the corner I'm trying to get.
Oh, I see.
I had
Okay.
a barrel in my hand. Yeah.
Sorry. So when we got the Brainiac DLC, the game itself was broken. There were so many issues with the game that you in the open world there was so much lag you could barely play it. Some of the missions, like the Superboy mission, would glitch and you couldn't really finish it. There was issues also with the alert. There was issues with the raids. So it was already to begin with, people were, let's say, not happy. And then when we get let's say, not good news afterward on top of that, or when we get the radio silence on top of that, people were more than not happy. Like already they were not happy to begin with, and then when the devs decided to cut communication, people were really not happy. So sadly, when that happens, yeah, it's silly being getting angry over certain stuff, but sometimes it's not just the one thing. It's a whole accumulation of stuff that goes together. Also, at some point,
I'm not specifically talking about people who are angry. I understand getting angry about things, but some people, the way they express that, I feel is a little bit.
Well, that goes hand in hand with if you're just a little angry, I guess you could contain yourself. If you're very angry, maybe it's more difficult to contain themselves, and they say things they might regret later on. But still, it at the end of the day, it all comes down to when the game is broken, when there's no new content, when there's no communication. Very easy to end up being angry.
I can't say that I relate. Like, I understand people get angry about stuff and things like that completely, but I don't. It takes a hell of a lot to get me angry. I can't even count on my hands how many times I've been angry in my life. It's a very unlikely thing to happen.
Well, in your case, you could translate that to being hungry. Like, imagine what it takes for you to be hungry, and that's you can equate that to people being angry.
Yep, that sounds good. Is that like a woman thing? Women are only angry when they're hungry?
No, I was referring to your eating videos. You eat a lot, so obviously you're hungry.
No, it's a taste test. I don't even finish the product most of the time.
It doesn't matter.
You think I'm a mukbanger? I'm not a mukbanger. I'm not sitting there eating the videos. I grab a product and I try it and I tell people whether I think it's good or not good. So
yeah, but
it's different. It's not hunger.
You try a lot of corners.
Corners?
You try a lot of corners. You say you eat a corner and leave it, but you eat a lot of corners.
What corner? What do you mean I eat a corner?
The corner of whatever you eat.
Oh, most of them are on a spoon or a drink. Okay, corner of the food. I'm like, I don't sit in a corner. I'm not in. I don't know what you mean. Okay, the corner of the food. Yeah, I just taste test whatever it is. And most of the time I don't have the rest. My brothers usually do. One of my brothers has like videos of him grabbing my leftovers from a day of recording, and they're pretty funny. But yeah, it's taste testing. That's not hunger. Hunger is different. That's when I'm sitting here and I've played all day, forgotten the time, and I go, you know what? I'm going to order from the pizza shop. I'm going to eat a whole pizza and half a thing of pasta. There we go. So that's hunger.
You should film your brother when he finishes your food.
I do. Well, he does. He films himself and puts it up on his channel.
Oh, okay. I thought you could make another channel for that.
No, that's his. If he wants to grab the leftovers and do that, he's welcome to. And he does. I don't know how many videos he has of grabbing my leftovers up, though, but he has a few recorded. Oh, there was one time where I taste tested Easter products and I had a whole bunch of different chocolates left over. That one's definitely up on his channel. And it was funny because in the video, you can clearly see him grab the product and then, like, he's supposed to have taken a bite off screen, and then he puts the product back down in the shot and goes, that's good. And it's funny because he didn't actually take the bite then. He did eat it and does know it's good, but in the video it looks like he just pretended, which he did. I don't know why I'm talking about this. This is not even DCUO video game related. I'm so sorry, guys. But also, taste testing products is fun, and you should totally do that.
Nah.
Yeah, it's a good. My channel is a good excuse for me to try new things, so I like that.
Honestly, I never understood those kind of channel. I don't understand the people who watch them, and I really don't understand.
You don't like a product testing video. Let's say if someone's testing a product to let people know if it works. Do you understand those?
Yeah, but food, come on, who doesn't know what the food tastes like?
Heaps of people, especially when you have something from Australia that people can't get elsewhere, like
No,
Vegemite.
no,
And
no,
also, I can't get stuff like Reese's and things, really good Reese's stuff. There's like 3 different products in Australia, but there's heaps from the US. So I want to try those because they're interesting. I've never had them before.
nobody outside of Australia want to taste a kangaroo. Come on.
Yes, you do. It is so good. It's like a really strong flavored meat. It's so nice. Do it with a mushroom gravy or a mushroom sauce. Mushroom gravy is better because it's like a dark meat, but yeah, if you're gonna have kangaroo, do it right.
How dare you eat Skippy? You're so mean.
I don't eat Skippy. There's a difference between a pet kangaroo and a wild piece that I'm eating.
Nah, it's the same.
Well, no, it's not. And we're like overrun with roos here.
You better be careful. PETA will knock at your door.
PETA? We're in Australia. I'm not American. And also, it's just like farming cows or eliminating a population, or not really eliminating, decreasing a population of an animal because it's overrunning the area. Well, we decrease the population so that our environment is safe, and we eat the meat.
Well,
Just
even
like with cows or sheep
even
or
cows,
whatever.
even cows, there are groups against that.
Okay. I'm sure there is, but I don't... PETA isn't a thing in Australia. You're lucky I know what it is, actually.
Well, I know you're a lady who knows stuff. Come on.
Some things. But yeah, I've seen some videos online of someone who supposedly was representing PETA, where they were doing like some activism that I found to be quite inappropriate because they weren't dressed and they were in front of children. So, not a big fan of that, but I'm sure that's not everybody. And I understand people wanting to protect animals as well. But I'm a meat eater, and I don't feel bad about eating meat. We're not carnivores, what are we? Omnivore, where we need to eat both. That's what we are. Omnivores. So I have no problems eating meat.
Well, if people don't want to eat meat, that's fine. I have no issues with that. People can eat what they want. The problem is that too often they want to stop other people, to control what other people eat. That's when I have a
I don't
problem
like
with
that.
that.
I can understand expressing, hey, I think you shouldn't eat meat because, but the second I say I understand your point and I'm going to continue to eat meat, that person needs to stop trying to push me to stop. That's not appropriate.
Oh no, it's the Chosen left for another stream.
I've never had that happen. Sorry?
The Chosen left for another stream. So,
Oh, cool. Have fun. We're too boring. It's because we're not talking about DC. I'm sorry, I'll stop talking about meat. Actually, you brought up kangaroo meat. Just saying.
of course. Let's get back to the blog for just a minute. So basically, from what I understand, there's going to be a blog where they will fill in some of the story. Some people are not happy because they want the story to be in the game. Sadly, that seems to be the compromise that they have to be able to have a more story-driven game, is to have the story in some sort of blog. So I assume between DLCs, there are going to be more blogs in the future. Although maybe there's going to be blogs also during the DLC, who knows? But obviously, there are going to be various blogs that will try to fill in, to add some story elements to the game.
I'm like, I don't know if nervous is the right word, but in regards to the blog, I very much dislike when I play a game and I have the issue of it doesn't make sense unless I look elsewhere. So if this content comes out and doesn't make sense to me unless I've seen that short video that was on X or read this blog and it doesn't make sense without it, I will be annoyed. I don't like when they do that. Some people just want to play the game. They shouldn't have to go elsewhere to understand what's happening. And that's something I do like about DC is I haven't read a lot of the comics, but I understand what's happening well enough without having to look anything up, the storylines. So I'm kind of hoping that doesn't happen with this. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the way it's going now. It's kind of... Actually, sorry, you go.
Yeah, that's pretty much the issue people have, is having to go to an outside source to get the story from the game. People want that to have that in game, like
yes, exactly. Sorry?
No, that's it. So sadly, that's how it's going to work. way back when, like we had sort of the story in the game before, but very often the story wasn't clear for everyone. So what they would do at the time was that they would whenever they would have they would make a live stream whenever they would release a new DLC, and that is where they would fill in some of the story sometimes. So
I don't like that either.
well, the story was in the game technically, but it just maybe wasn't obvious to everyone, or was not exactly was kind of hard to understand maybe for some people unless you had already some backstory about the characters and the world. So they would pretty much give some extra backstory during the live streams so that people would understand the story.
Well, I can honestly say I've never watched their live stream to get the storylines ever, and I played through the content and understood the storyline of every single one I played as I went through.
At
so
the time,
I think they did a good job there.
At the time, it was entertaining. You had Spittle and Maps pretty much doing those live streams, so those were pretty good. It got a bit
Seem to miss Maps.
it got a bit different afterwards when it was Nerves of Prey was the creative director, but they were still doing it when Nerd of Prey was there. But pretty much since Nerd of Prey has been gone, actually no, when Jackster left with a whole bunch of devs, that's pretty much when that stopped.
Yeah. I can see a lot of people have said since the new devs have taken over that they're missing maps, and I think it's kind of funny because so many people did not like maps.
Oh, they hated maps.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other. I wasn't involved in it, but man, people are regretting that now.
Oh yeah, when Maps was laid off, I was surprised to see how many people actually hated him. So that game is a bit of a surprise to me. I understand.
I never interacted with him, so I had no clue.
Well, I understand that part of his job sometimes was to do things that were not popular, like maybe banning people.
Yeah.
But now I didn't expect the level of hate when he did leave.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've never really been part of the blogs or anything like that, but from what I have seen, people really did not like it, and also a lot of them are backtracking now and saying they wish he was back. I guess because he communicated more, I think is what I saw, but interesting.
Yeah, I guess I guess people thought with a new team of devs, communication would get better. It actually got worse. Actually, there's barely any communication at this point. So yeah, people were not too happy about that. So yeah, I can see how some people maybe have had a change of heart. I guess we're gonna go to apocalyptic Gotham to do the bounties.
Oh, sweet.
So guys, if you need to play the bounties, come and join us. So even heroes will be able to join us.
Oh, Sub-Zero said the person that tells me I shouldn't eat meat just makes me want a burger with fries. Honestly, same. And now I also want a burger with fries.
Burger for everyone. Let's order at the. I think McDonald's delivers now.
They do, but I used to work at McDonald's. It's kind of put me off ordering their food just because I had it for quite some time. I was a manager, so in Australia, if you're a manager, you got one free meal a day. After about a year of working there, I was like, you know what, I don't want to eat this anymore, so I used to get my team to compete, and whoever hit whatever mark I was setting for them would get my free meal that day because I got very tired of that food. It tastes really bland after you've had it a lot of times, at least to me. But yeah, I still want a burger. A nice big red meat burger, please. If you could send me one, that would be great.
I don't know if DoorDash goes all the way to Australia.
Actually, we have DoorDash in menu log.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you don't have to buy my food. That came out wrong. I think from where you are, but that doesn't make any sense either. Just ignore me. It's really hard. I talk a lot. Suppression field. I will take the field with this character. She is not strong enough. There we go. I've actually for the last, I think like 2 days, had a really big craving for just chips with gravy. Where I live, there aren't a lot of places that sell that anymore. There's like a place called Charcoal Chicken that does, but everything else is like fish and chips, Chinese, pizza, and pasta. So it's unlikely that I'm going to be able to get it from any of those. And I was on Menulog yesterday and the day before trying to find somewhere that could just deliver me some chips and gravy because I was being lazy and just wanted the food to appear in front of me and then I eat it. But nowhere is selling it at the moment. Everything's closed over the Christmas holidays, so I couldn't get any. And now I'm sad, and also now I want to add a burger to that craving. So, thanks a lot, Sub-Zero. Was it Sub-Zero? Yeah. Making me want a burger.
Chaco Chicken, is that the same one than the X-Files?
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of the X-Files to see any charcoal chicken in it.
There's an episode. There's an episode I think in season 2 where they go to a small village where they have the main plant for Chaco Chicken.
Maybe? Do they sell like charcoal chicken with chips with gravy and then a bunch of veggies?
They didn't really show that. They didn't really show how they served it. They just showed the plant.
Alright, well then I'm gonna just say this and sound like I know what I'm talking about. Absolutely, it's exactly the same. Everything you said, it's the same. Same store. There we go. And now I'm really hungry. This is actually the start of my day, right? So I've gotten up and I did like laundry and things like that. And it's now 10 a.m. I don't normally eat breakfast, so that's not really too much of a concern. But I didn't eat dinner last night either, so now I'm like really hungry. And mentioning food and now me continuing to talk about food is really not helpful to that situation.
So no more food for you.
No! Why would you say that? Burgers for me. Well,
okay.
A burger is enough. With chips and gravy. Thank you.
Okay, I guess we're done
Where are we
here.
going?
Well, let's go to the... I could have sworn I saw the message for the convoy, so let's go see if the convoy is still there. If not, we'll just wait.
I've got to say, I'm actually a little surprised that you've got this many people in the chat today because I was expecting it to be dead. And there's 30 of you, so that's lovely. Oh yeah, here's convoy. I will block it. It's nearly at the end. I don't need it, so I'll just block the convoy for you guys so you can get to it if you like.
Ah,
and
you're so
Immune
nice.
is helping me block it too, I think. Oh, it does not want to stay. There we go.
It's okay, there's a whole bunch of ads still. Zato was asking, are you all feeling about James Gunn's Superman? We did talk a lot about it last week, so if you really want to have a lot of information about what we thought, you could check last week's live stream. But
doesn't like the music!
yeah, I don't like the music. The John Williams theme with the electric guitar, I didn't like that.
I liked it! What are you talking about, sir? But yeah, Multi definitely has a lot of opinions on that one. So, if you go to the last live, he was very expressive. It was actually really good to listen to, I will say. Not that I agree with him necessarily, but still. I'm not looking forward to if they get it too slapsticky, honestly. That's gonna suck. There we go. Sub-Zero's apologizing for bringing up burgers. I know! Well, really, it's not your fault. It's Multiverse's fault for bringing up kangaroo meat. Because that's when we started this conversation. I was talking about taste testing like drinks and junk food. That doesn't make me hungry. Meat makes me hungry. It's Multi's fault, really. Oh, look at that. He's not even defending himself. He knows he's wrong.
Always.
Always wrong? Yeah, I'm keeping that as a soundbite. I need to still get Johnny's soundbite from last time. I don't even remember what it was. Because these videos go for like 4 to 5 hours. So trying to go through it and find the bit that I need is not easy. I say videos. This is a live. What I will have at the end of this is a video. Oh, my menu changed. That's weird. There we go. Oh, no, it didn't. I'm on PS4, not PS5. That's why. I love my PS5. Oh, I started playing Baldur's Gate.
And?
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna record it and play it online. But I have done a little bit of the start to see what it was like, see if it's a good game to record the gameplay of. There's a lot of upkeep, so I feel like that's gonna be boring for people to watch. But yeah, so far I have been very nice to everybody, and everybody is mean to me. So far I have interacted with the two on the ship. That's Shadow. Oh darn it, I'm not gonna remember names.
Shadowheart.
The cleric.
Shadowheart.
Shadowheart. And then the fighter, which, sorry, I remember them by their class instead of their names. Lazul?
Okay. See, that's part of the problem. The characters are not very likable and not very memorable. Like you remember, yeah. Like I remember the fighter. I remember the cleric is the only one I really knew her name, but I couldn't tell you the guy. There's a rogue you meet, there's a mage you meet, and I don't even know their names because they didn't really care about them.
Memorable. Well, I met Gale, and like I rescued him from a rock wall rune, and he's so upbeat and lovely at the start and so grateful. I was like, oh, I love him. Then we go to camp, and he's standing next to the fire, and I'm like, okay, let's have a conversation. So I start a conversation. He gets pissed off with me for asking him any personal questions, and treats me like I'm stupid for not already knowing. Like, what happened? He changed into a completely different person. I don't know, and now I feel like, oh darn it, what's the shadow chick?
Who?
The cleric. Shadow something.
Shadowheart?
I forget their name. Thank you, Shadowheart. See, I'm so sorry. Names are not my thing. I remember them by their class, so I call her the cleric. Anyway, she, has started to, like, reveal more information about her life to me, and she's being really nice. But I feel like she's gonna backstab me at some point, and that no one is trustworthy, and that everything is not as it seems, because, like, after Gale did that to me, I just can't trust anybody anymore.
I told you they're all asshats.
Yeah, well, see, at the very start with the two on the ship, I kind of understand their attitude. They don't know my character doesn't know them. Keep your balls up, sure. But they also say some very nasty things that really is not necessary. So, I don't know how to feel about that. And the fact that, Shadowheart is kind of coming around a bit, I feel like it's not gonna last. But Gale was so nice to me, and now he sucks! Oh, and now he needs to absorb my artifacts. Thanks a lot, buddy. Sorry, I'll calm down.
That's okay.
I haven't got very far in the story, but far enough that I'm annoyed now. But yeah, I'm gonna do a character creation from the start and play it as I would have if you didn't give me advice, because I started out with a sorcerer. I'm gonna do a drow rogue because that's, if you didn't tell me anything about the game, that's how I would have started. So I'm gonna do that and see if it works okay or not, and see if I have the same problem of you as you did, where you end up killing everybody. I don't think I'll have that problem. I certainly haven't had that problem so far, but who knows. Also, I laid heavy into the charisma. So I might do that a little bit just to save my own butt.
Did you play Baldur's Gate before? Like Baldur's Gate 2?
No. My best friend has played 2, I believe, but I've never touched them. I have played D&D before, though, so I understand, like, all of the classes and everything like that. Remembering all of the abilities, though, is a little bit hard for me because it's been such a long time since I played D&D, but
it's okay.
I didn't play either of the previous 2.
It's okay if you didn't play Baldur's Gate before, because it's completely different than the previous 2 games. And even the abilities, like way back when Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 were played with what was called at the time Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, or Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition, as opposed to this is Baldur's Gate 3 is with Baldur's Gate Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. So it's a completely different set of rules.
Yeah. Well, I will say the gameplay aspect I enjoy, the building of your character's classes and things I enjoy, picking your powers, the fact that they give you the option to swap some out, like I like all of that, that's working for me. The only thing I don't like is the characters, which is what you said. We haven't got to the point where any bears are involved. No, wait, actually there was an owlbear. Also, the owlbear was so cute and lovely, and I like stopped him from attacking, and then the second I tried to talk to him, he's like, I warned you, and attacks my character, and then I killed it, and now I feel sad.
So you killed the bear, so you won't have sex with it.
I wasn't planning to do that anyway. Are you in the hero section, Multi? Amuse and I are the only ones who know we're villains today. Nice work.
Oh no, I did a boo-boo. We're on the wrong side.
I mean, we should all be used to multiverse doing boo-boos by now. Zonto says, I don't like the costume. Which costume? Oh, Lae'zel's costume? Thank you for the pronunciation, by the way. Lae'zel.
Yeah, she looks weird.
I can't remember what she's wearing. I actually have her in a new set of armor now, so I can't remember what her armor set was.
Well,
her face is awesome, though. I really like that.
Well, once I was able to get to fighter, the game became easier. So it was less of a struggle because before that, like we're just the rogue, and I at some point it was worse. As two rogue, I had a mage and a cleric, and holy crap, fights were very challenging. Let's say.
Yep. I've been okay with the fights. I've not had too much trouble. The only thing I did was the very first big battle where I'm supposed to run past the enemy and get one of my characters to activate the console so we can get the ship out of that area. I didn't click to start with that I had to run past. The guy who was telling me that died really early on, and the first time through, I was trying to battle and I saw these other enemies come out and was like, yeah, I'm not going to survive this. Didn't survive, reset, and then clicked. Oh, I have to go over there and do the console, and that stops the battle. So once I got that, no more deaths were happening after that. So yeah, that was just a little bit of not paying attention close enough on my part. That's because I watch content at the same time as I play the game. So I stopped my content from running while I was playing after that so I could listen to every single thing they said, because it's much more necessary in this game than some others.
But so once I got to fighter, it got much easier in terms of the fighting, and once I got I won't say whom. Once I got a druid, holy crap! When you turn the druid into an owlbear, it's a machine. So that also made it a lot easier fighting wise.
Yeah. The owlbear was so cute. Not that. Don't read it. It was cute, and it had a little baby one. I felt so bad because it attacked me though. I nearly reset it and went back and didn't kill it, but I thought I just told these other guys that we have to kill it to avenge their brother. Maybe I'll just kill it. Leave it there. But I felt bad because there was a cub, but then the cub started eating its mother. That's creepy. I would be interested to maybe see. I don't want to personally talk to the people who created that game, but maybe see like a podcast where they discuss their choices, because honestly, little weird. Like, I've played with a few DMs, not heaps, one of which is my brother. He's awesome, and they're a lot more wholesome than that. So I don't know. It's just a little bit further than I would like to go with some things. Zonto says, I will say making your character evil makes things very something in the game. I think you might be missing a word there. I am not... I don't know if I'm capable. I feel guilty about the things I say to NPCs. Like, they're not real.
Well,
I feel guilty.
There's a character, a version of the character you can create, they call the Dark Urge, which is pretty much a straight evil path where you will do a lot of evil things. So they were very proud to have that in the game to show that you could be very, very evil in the game. So that's a bit revealing, I guess, about the devs.
Yeah, but also I understand people wanting to, like, you're trying to get out of reality, right? Trying to do something you wouldn't normally do. So I get that, but I don't know. I can't go so far out of my own personality that I feel okay about just rampaging and killing other characters, and I would feel so bad. And I know that doesn't necessarily make sense, but I can't do it.
Yeah, but
I wanted to play a villain on here because I think they look cool, but I certainly can't in real life be a villain.
the real issue I had is that all the characters are like that. Like, all the characters are, even the good characters are not really good. So you have to wonder, like, you have to wonder about what they're really about their values, let's say, a little bit.
Yeah, their motivation is interesting for some of them, and like I play it as though it's me, which is probably not smart. Like when I used to play D&D, I kind of did a similar thing. Sometimes the worst I could do was chaotic neutral, right? I could do things randomly that didn't really affect either way. I couldn't do anything evil or bad, but in this game, there's choices where I could clearly do something that could be, sneakily trying to find out information or deceiving my own team, and I can't make those choices. I just can't do it. And I have put my stats into charisma so that I can intimidate and what's the other one called? Oh, darn, now I've gone blank. The other one that's for charisma. I can get people to kind of believe what I'm saying. Oh, persuasion. Get people on side just with talking to them, so that I don't have to do that. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
It's an interesting game to play. 2 of us are down.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, thank you for trying. I think that was Tiny Lilith trying to pick me up. Thank you.
Oh, I thought she had picked you up. I'm very sad.
Maybe she hadn't. I missed it and I went back. Sorry if that's the case.
That's alright.
There's a possibility it is. I headed off quite quickly. Oh. Faster than me, guys. Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I don't know. Did I say Baldur Escape 3? I did at some point early on. Sorry if someone joined and didn't know what we were talking about. It's a game that multiverse has definitely deterred me from playing.
I didn't.
Apparently it's horrible.
Obviously, I didn't deter you. You're playing it right now.
You attempted to deter me. Actually, no, it is true. You deterred me for a time, and then other people in your comments section talked me into it. And they're going to claim that it was because of the bear, so I'm just going to lean into it. Totally because of the bear. Actually, I got off that live and went straight to my brother and said, apparently you can have sex with a bear? And my brother's like, yeah. I'm like, I thought people were really pulling my leg. My brother doesn't pull my leg. He's a very honest person, so it's real. It's actually in the game. Part of me can't wait to get to it, and part of me is afraid to get to it, so I don't know.
Are you saying Are you saying I'm not an honest person, so I could have pulled your leg?
Yeah, exactly what actually, I don't. You seem to be quite honest with me, I'm not going to lie. But I just thought maybe it was a joke, people were having a go.
No, no joke.
Sorry. Yeah, it is, I believe you now, because my brother said so. So, I'm just like, I really would love to know what the devs were thinking. I definitely don't want to actually talk to them, though. But, geez, some of the choices in this game.
Well, there
I'm
seems
not
to
looking forward to getting to them, but I am, so...
There seems to be this obsession in gaming about putting relationship stuff and even worse, sexy stuff in games. And I guess it was part of that. I guess there was like, what could we add? How far could we go in adding sexy stuff? And then as far as adding the bear sex?
Sounds too far. No. That's awful. But, yeah, I don't mind a relationship being in the game for the purposes of more immersion, and, you know, if I want to have, like, kids that benefits me, or, like, a shop at my house that benefits me, sure. But, yeah, when it goes too far, it goes too far, and I think that's what's going on with this game, and I haven't even got there yet, but it's so hard to be, like, excited and also pissed off and wary. Like, I really want to get to those points so I can see that they're real, but also I don't want to get to those points because I don't want to have to deal with those things. So, yeah.
Well, when they turn the game into a relationship simulator, it kind of goes too far for me.
Yeah, I agree. We're not on games to have relationships. For anybody listening out there, when girls play a game, we want to play the game. We're not looking for a boyfriend, okay? I don't know how many people that's actually going to benefit on your lives, because I think most of your people, your followers seem to be quite level-headed, smart people. But, you know, just for anyone wondering. I see far too often in the looking for group chat, people being like, I don't have a girlfriend, anyone want to be my girlfriend? And I'm like, people aren't here, go on a dating app, man. Go out into the world and meet somebody.
Zonto is saying, I'm happy they make Katana's armor in the game. Yeah, you have a pretty good Katana armor.
Katana. Oh, in this game?
Yeah.
I don't know, the flowers are a bit much.
They're a bit much, but sadly, that's still the Katana style we have in the game. So,
I like how it grows though on the enhanced version. That's really pretty. But yeah, just too many flowers.
Well, I'm gonna have to experiment a bit with materials. We might be able to get rid of the flowers using certain materials. We'll see.
Yeah.
And Junior is asking, hey guys, any news on the new January content? Not yet. Well, we know that we are going to get the anniversary event, probably January 7th, maybe a bit later. We know that the anniversary itself is January 11th, so that never changes. But that's pretty much all. And we know that we will get the next DLC sometime in January. Is it going to be the third week of January, the fourth week of January? We don't really know. So, but we do know that there is content coming up for January. For the anniversary event, it's probably going to be the same thing we had last year with some new rewards. So we pretty much know what to expect on that front. But other than that, there's no real information at this point. And sadly, the test server.
Sorry.
It's okay. The test server is shut down until January 7th, so we're not going to be able to get in on the test server before then. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. They might not even test the anniversary event because it's the same event every year, so they're probably not going to test it. We'll see.
Yeah, I suspect that'll probably just come straight to live. I hope there's some good items, but I have items I need from the anniversary event that pre-exist, so I'm fine if there's nothing new. But, I would like there to be new things, because that's just standard, and if that falls away from being standard, I'll be sad. Homecoming basically had nothing last time, right?
Yeah, Homecoming didn't have much, or even the summer seasonal didn't have any base items, so yeah, it.
Yeah.
Sadly, we're seeing a diminishing. We're seeing less and less rewards on those anniversary events. On those events, period. So, and even the Batman Day, the Batman Day, it was nice that we did get the Batman call with the long ears, but it's pretty much the one new reward we had. And the same for the Wonder Woman Day. Although there were the random drops, all the quote-unquote rewards we could get, quote-unquote new rewards we could get through random drops. It wasn't really new rewards as much as rewards from the previous years that maybe we didn't get for some reason.
Yeah, I can't remember. Spring event is my favorite, so the fact that I can't remember furniture releases means there probably wasn't any. I love spring.
There were a few, but not a lot.
That is very sad.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you go.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to read the comment. I think you're at the same comment as me, so you go.
Well, the sexy stuff, is that what you were looking at?
Yeah! Yep. He's courting you. All the sexy stuff.
Are you saying he's using the...
boyfriend as well.
Nah, no boyfriend here. He's using the terrestrial material for the Soulful Katana. Yeah, I could see that.
Terrestrial. Oh yeah, actually so could I. That's not nice.
But yeah, so for January, we vaguely know what to expect, but we don't have the details just yet. Also, there's a whole mystery bit about the blue light that people saw above the apocalyptic Gotham.
Yeah.
Here, guys, we're gonna have to split into two groups. One group will have to come with me.
Beautiful. Ooh. I won't go with multi, I'll go the other way. So anyone who goes the other way, be aware, you're stuck with me.
So ideally, we should be 4 people on each side. I will see.
Yeah, I think you've got 5. Amused came back. Hey, Amused! I know why you left. He's trying to avoid me.
Good plan.
Thanks, Multi! If you were trying to avoid me, you wouldn't have me on your lives.
So the reason why we have to split, for those who might be wondering, so you can see there's a sentinel on the other side also of the wall. So you have to defeat both sentinel more or less at the same time in order to be able to go further.
Yeah.
So when we did it solo before, like we tried to do it solo before, if you defeat, let's say, one sentinel, and then if you have to go back all around to be able to get to the other sentinel, and sadly, by the time you reach the second sentinel, the first sentinel is back online. Sorry?
Can you? Can you drag one to the other side? Has anyone tried that?
Nah, I don't know. It could be.
That's a lot of
I didn't try
drag.
it, but personally, I would. What I did try is that I did try to defeat one, then try to go as fast as I could on the other side to defeat the other, and sadly, just one person, it wouldn't work. So you had to be at least
Yeah.
two people to be able to complete the mission. At some point, it was
I'm
really.
now curious as a tank if I could pull it all the way around to the other side. I don't know. I kind of want to try that.
You're gonna have to try it someday.
Yeah. Either on the Switch where my good character is, so that I can kill them off quick, or I need to build characters on here a bit better before I try that. I mean, it sounds like we're going to be loading into stuff with less players, so that'll be good. Whatever they do there. I'm curious, because you talked about how they might get us to add some NPCs that we can bring in with us.
No. We had that idea way back when. They never did do that.
No, I know, but they're talking about doing something now. I'm wondering if that's going to be it.
No, I don't think so.
But I don't know. I don't think so either, but I'm curious.
It would make sense to make it so that you can bring the allies with you. Like, it would give one more reason for people to purchase the allies, because I don't know how popular the allies are. And even then, like, once you get 3 allies, do you really need to get more allies to rank 200?
And
but
they're, like, expensive to level up the bigger ones, and I don't know that they're really worth it, how much you have to do the leveling for those. Like, Crypto is a really good damage one. I kind of like him because he's cheap and he's effective.
Well, that's why, imagine if you could go into an 8-player mission and bring 7 allies with you. Like, it would give you an incentive to level up those allies, to be able to take them with you in various missions. So that could be one more incentive because way back when we thought they could do that with the legendary characters. Like, we can play with legendary characters in PvP. But we foolishly thought that maybe they could give us the option that if we do own a certain legendary characters, maybe we could bring them in missions instead of certain players. Sadly, that never happened either.
Yeah.
So it would be nice if they did do something like that with the allies. It would give people one more reason to purchase the allies. Also, at the time, we thought it would give people more reasons to purchase the legendary characters. Sadly, it didn't happen just yet.
Well, I mean, that's kind of smart if they do that, because that's going to cause people to put money into the game trying to level them.
It might. It's always a bit iffy, because sometimes you have certain expectations from players, and the reality sometimes is quite different than what people expect.
Google Sucks says, great name by the way, the new DLC is said to be not CR based. Is that right?
I have no idea about that. I didn't hear anything about that.
What? Neither do I.
I assume it's going to be I don't know, 439. I assume we'll need like 445 or something to access the DLC.
I'm very curious about that. I hadn't even thought. Like, I have no idea what the new chapter stuff is going to be like. I just have massive speculations. But I hope that people are able to play it when it comes out. I'd be surprised if they blocked any new players from being able to get into it.
No, they'll probably do like they're doing most of the time. The event version, the regular version, and the elite version. But we don't really know. That's part of the problem of being dead silent, is that it opens the door to speculation. Nature hates a vacuum, and it will fill it with anything. So if people don't have actual information from, let's say, the devs, they'll make up their own. And sadly, that's what brings all those rumors.
I would just like to point out that Superman said, "I'm with you, Shadow." So see, people do want to play with me! On my crappy character! Thank you, Superman! TurboCharge says, hello everyone in chat and in the call. Hi, Turbo! He's always coming with, like, the hard questions.
Hello, TurboCharge.
Junior, maybe most of you know this, but if you pull the convoy soldiers into the lava, they die automatically. Even the big ones?
We're gonna have to try that next time.
Are they sentries? Yeah, we have to try that next time. Oh, thank you for that information. I must try it. Thank you, Junior. I'll tank and then pull everything into the lava. I love that. Oh, Turbocharge has started with the questions already. Trick question for everyone. What hero or villain would you like to see be a mentor someday? Or months? What do you mean by months? And why? Pick two. Choose wisely. Why is it a trick question? I feel like the answer's going to be wrong now.
Well, obviously Green Lantern, Hal Jordan for the Lanterns, like it could be a mentor for all the Lantern characters, and the Flash for all the Speedster characters. That would be an obvious choice to me. But and way back when, that's what we thought. We thought they would add more mentors, and depending on the mentors, mentors would focus on certain characters. But they didn't do that. They pretty much gave up on the mentor thing. So it ended up.
Red Death could be for the villains.
Sorry?
Red Death could be for the villains.
Sure.
Yeah. Sorry, I went straight to villains when he asked that question.
That's okay. See, that's why you like Baldur's Gate so much.
Why do I like Baldur's Gate so much?
Because you're evil like the devs.
Oh, you're so mean! I'm not evil! I just think the bad guys are cool and interesting to watch. I didn't say I wanted to be one.
Too late.
But also, my other choice would be Trigon, which is not a surprise to anybody who knows me well enough. I want Trigon!
But sadly, it's obvious now that they didn't really have any long-term plans for the mentors. And once you reach level 30, sadly the mentors don't really matter.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, yeah, Junior responded, yes, everybody, even the big ones. I have to try this. You're a genius. I love you. Thank you. That's going to be fun to try. Sub-Zero says Hal Jordan and Sinestro are his two picks. Very nice. And kind of agreeing with Multi there. Oh, and Scrolls is saying to smash the like button. I don't know if you should smash it. Just press it. Don't break your device. You know? My readying up is not happening. Oh, there we go. This lag is shocking. But it is the same on PlayStation 5 as it is on PlayStation 4. Oh, no, wrong button. There we go. So, do you know what? I don't know what date. Was it? Sorry.
Superman uses the Omega Beam as opposed to the Heat Vision. That's so evil.
Maybe he has both? That's one of the reasons I'm not so keen on trying to level it for my other characters. I mean, the interruption is not nice, but also most of my characters that would have that particular artifact already have Heat Vision with the artifact for it, so I don't really see much point in trying to level an entire another artifact just to kind of do a similar thing. I understand the differences, but yeah. Oh, that character looks so cool! In the white and purple. Very nice build. I don't know whose character that is. But it looks awesome. I think it's funny, a lot of the times when we team up for something, for a live particularly, everyone looks like characters from the game, and I'm standing there like, dragon, elf, girl in her Christmas sweater, I don't know. I don't look like I belong.
Well, this is not D&D, this is a superhero game.
Oh yeah, I am fully aware of that.
No, you're not.
But thanks. Thanks for the clarification.
That's okay.
I mean, I love the little mushroom base item as well, and that's really nothing to do with DC. But I love him anyway because he's so cute. And, like, the one thing about this game that I really do... One thing, there's a lot of things, but one in particular is I really like the character creation side of it. I like being able to build a superhero, but I also like being able to build whatever I like with what they've got. Some people do a beautiful job. I think it's awesome. And I really like... Paige, your character looks great! Yep.
So I guess we're going to play Nexus again?
Apparently so.
That's why I don't like the Omnibus.
Yeah, because it loads you into things the same thing. Often, especially, it seems like if you load into it all during the same week, I get the same things over and over again for that whole week. And then the next week I get all the same ones again over and over. It's just... It's almost like they prioritize particular ones every time they do a new upload. They're like, okay, let's prioritize these ones so that they get those ones done, and then they prioritize others. I'm sure that's not the case, but it's just what it seems like.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't want a mystical brazier. Brazier? Brazier. I always say that wrong.
Oh, somebody wanted to trade to you. They're so nice.
They wanted to trade to me? What?
Oh, you said you don't want a mystical brazier. Oh, in your loot choice, okay.
Oh, am I missing... Oh, I didn't scroll. Okay.
I didn't realize you were talking about your loot choice. I thought somebody wanted to give you a brazier.
Oh, no. No, it was a choice in my loot. Guys, I need to not talk sometimes. I have this problem of saying something, then realizing how it sounded, and being full of regret but can't do anything about it. So, that's one of those. For Shadow, would you be evil, have Tricon ally, or be a hero, be Raven, control darkness and light? Definitely second option. Raven, darkness and light. I think I would really love a storyline where I can play a Raven character, and Trigon is the mentor, and I am kind of deciding whether or not to do things that he approves of, or try and subvert those things and do the right thing. So I think that would be really fun. One of my favorite characters is definitely Raven. I think everyone's already aware. And Trigon is one of my favorite villains too. And I think their dynamic can be really, really interesting. So they're usually my first choice whenever anyone asks me something like, who would you have if you could? That's it. Or what style would you have if you could? It's the Raven style. So, you know, I'm predictable in that way. But it's just like multiverse with Superman. Everything he loves is Superman. So, there we go. Nice Superman Trigon. What? I'm confused. What's nice Superman Trigon mean? I'm so sorry, I have no idea what you mean.
In one of the animated movies, there's pretty much a Superman who turns into Trigon, and I think that's what he refers to. And even our friend Superman, I think he did turn into Trigon when we were in the House of Legends.
I don't know as much as you guys do, clearly. Doesn't stop me from loving DC though. I actually started out with Batman stuff, so the fact that I'm more of a fan of the Teen Titans is interesting, since that's not where I started at all. Superman says, this is my first Evil Friday with Multiverse on my Doomsday tune. Well, welcome. It's very nice to see you.
Always.
Oh, yeah. And your Doomsday tune is kind of doing a great job. Like, he looks awesome. My hero looks like a fire lady. Which, you know, that's what I was going for, so it's fun.
And this will be the last Evil Friday of 2025.
Oh, true. 2024.
2024, sorry. 2025 is just around the corner.
You live in the future? I'm the one who lives in the future, Multi,
Always.
not you. Okay? Don't get it confused. Oh, there we go. He said he asked to be in one a while back, but on his Doomsday, but always missed it. Yeah, if you're not first in, you don't get in. Multiverse usually has a lot of people who are wanting in. Today, it's just a small group because of the time of year.
Well, there's usually also less people for Evil Friday, for obvious reasons.
Oh, yeah.
But
there's less villains in the world.
Less villains in the world, and even some of the people that come to the live stream, they may not have a villain that's high level enough sometimes to play the missions.
Yeah.
Like, well, even tonight, like we had to play basically not what was people are probably confused if they see the title of the video with a Brainiac. They're probably wondering what that's about because we couldn't play the Brainiac missions because of the combat rating restriction.
Yeah, you shouldn't name it that. You should just be like, live running content with an annoying girl talking over the top of me.
I'll do that next time.
Oh, don't do that! Actually, you might get people being like, what annoying girl. They'll come for 2 seconds and leave. Be like, yeah, she's pretty annoying. Oh, Suncho says that the customization is the main reason I like this game. Same. I love the customization. That's definitely my first thing that draws me to this game. I particularly like the way they deal with the armor sets that you get in-game. You can collect your style, have whatever armor you need on, but then put whatever style you've already collected on your character. I think that's brilliant. I wish more games did it this way. But the second thing I love is the movement in this game. No game has as good a movement as this. It's just lovely.
Absolutely. Like with customization, sadly, something we often see is what they're doing with the Marvel Avengers or the Marvel Rivals, is that you have to purchase a skin, and you have to equip the whole skin. You cannot just equip part of the costume.
Yeah. I've got you, Lex! Did everyone get picked out? Oh yeah, I think... Oh no, one person running back. Quick! Thank you to whoever picked me up. Oh. There we go. Superman says, so I made it just in time. I mean, I don't know if that's true today. Today is just a day where there's not a lot of people going to be around. So you did a good job in getting in on today.
That's okay. There's always next year.
True. It's just, I have fun when I have lives with you. It's great.
Well, once we get the anniversary event, we should be able to play that during Live at 5. So that'll be a nice, and it's a really nice mission, the air player mission, and that event. So it's going to be a nice mission to play.
Yeah, it's been so long since I played it too. I don't think I played it the last anniversary, so I think I'm 2 years out, which is a long time. But I remember the anniversary that just passed. I was running most of the open world content, and then I was busy. So that's the first time someone in game also came up to me and said, "Hi, I recognize you from YouTube." So that was cool. And it was on Xbox, where there's not a lot of players. But yeah, I was running that content, just the dailies, and then getting out of there because I was busy, which is sucky. Because I really like that event, and I need furniture from it, like so much. So.
Well, also it's a nice way to be able. It's a nice way to be able to get some prestige.
Yes. Thank you, Paige. I'm curious if Paige Ann is another female player, or if their tune is just female. Oh, I'm curious. Does anyone? This is a very niche question. Okay, there may not be many of you who can answer this, or maybe none. But is anyone, as a male player, has a female tune and ends up getting asked some inappropriate things because they assume that you're a female player? I'm very curious because it happens to me, and there's no way to tell a lot of the time that I am a female player, right? Unless they've seen my YouTube now, I guess. But in the past, there's no way to tell. Like, I'm playing a female tune, but heaps of males do that. So I'm like, for all they know, I could be just some man playing a game. And I'm curious if that happens to men, or if there's some way they're able to tell that I'm a girl. Do I suck more than the male players? Maybe that's it.
That never happened.
That sounded wrong. I take it back. I never said anything about sucking. Never mind.
That never happened to me.
You're playing male characters the majority of the time, though.
No, but when I play female characters, that never did happen. I've heard a lot of female mention that. I've heard a lot of female players mention that, but never saw that myself.
Well, be happy. Yeah, it's the reason that I started to, on my channel, block the chat. Because just sometimes I got inappropriate stuff. I will say, lately, not so much, so that's really nice. Which is weird, because now there's a guarantee I'm female because it's on YouTube. But yeah, in the past it happened way more when no one knew who I was. So I'm just curious. Oh, Junior! Junior says they do it all the time. See?
No, that never happened to me. I sometimes I was thinking that ladies were making that up, but if you say it happens, then I'll trust you.
Yeah, I will say it's happening less at the moment, so I'm really happy about that. That's very nice. But in the past, it happened a lot. And at first, I was like, maybe these are kids, but some of the things they said were not things that kids should really know. So I don't think that was it. I think it's just not very appropriate people playing a game and assuming I'm a female, which, you know, they're right, but I'm wondering if they do that to male players as well, which they clearly do, because it happened to Junior.
Well, of course, if they say mean things to you, like they want to marry you, that would be terrible.
No, that's not what they say, Multi. That's what you say. That's rather pleasant, but compared to what I've heard. So, yeah. It's very nice that on Switch the profanity filter is just permanently on, because I got no idea what they're saying. But on here I have it turned off, and, you know, yeah. Don't do that! It's not nice, people! I don't think your viewers do it. I don't know who I'm talking to, never mind. I think your viewers are nice people. There we go. Superman says, I have a Council of Superman VRS anti-monitor video planned for the anniversary event. Oh, that sounds fun! I'm looking forward to that. Honestly, I'm so far behind on my YouTube videos as well. And, like, this is the problem. I was, like, after the last live that I had with Multi, people told me a bunch of shows that I could watch. And, I was like, maybe I should be watching, Scarlet Witch, or, you know, there was quite a few that were suggested to me. But also Baldur's Gate was discussed, and I was like, okay, so am I going to play Baldur's Gate? Am I going to watch some content? What am I going to do? And it ended up that Baldur's Gate won. So that's what I'm doing at the moment with my time that's not on DC. I don't regret that choice. It's interesting. But I will admit, I don't like playing a game that makes me feel bad. And it is kind of making me feel bad at this point. I don't know, I shouldn't let my emotions get tied into a game that I'm playing, honestly. But I do. And, yeah, especially after Gale was so kind and then such an asshole, I felt bad after that interaction. I was just like, why? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to just have a conversation at our campsite. It's a nice, relaxed area. And no, he was so mean. Everything's mean.
If you kill the bear, you should feel bad. Oh, and we're splitting up again. So same group as before? That's okay. Same group as before?
No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're going down one side and the others are down the other. I'm happy to swap with someone if they'd rather be with Multi.
That's okay.
Looks like we're going too far. I completely forgot. I'm often like talking about Gamesland and I forgot what we're doing. I will say I do think they've done a very comprehensive narrative. Which, I mean, you have to have for a D&D-based game, so that's good at least, but, you know, you can't kill this too fast. Are they not on the other side yet?
Oh, that's okay. Doesn't really matter if we're not exactly in sync, because at some point, we will. Worst comes to worst, ours will come back up, we'll kill it again, and then we'll be able to kill it together.
Yeah. I'm glad that they said, Jack Oswald, well done, because I completely forgot to split up. Turbocharge has a question for Multi. Would you rather be immortal, have super strength, and you're bulletproof, or be a shapeshifter and have super healing ability, and super speed, and have the ability to speak with an animal? I'm confused about where the ands and the ors are in there.
The first one.
Immortal? You want to be immortal? You're a vampire, aren't you? I don't know that I want to be immortal. I don't think I'd want to watch everybody I love die.
But you could play DC Universe Online forever.
That's true. You're right. Immortal is a good choice. Also, I don't know that the bulletproof thing would come up in your life. Like, why would you need to be bulletproof?
That's just that's a perk, an extra perk.
Yeah. The Red Room. Oh, that sounds bad. What is a Red Room? I know that I'm quoting stuff that's a bad thing, right? I never said it.
Resident Evil.
Shut up. Oh, okay. That's where I know it from. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Junior said, and once they hear that you're a guy, they kick you out of the group. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That never happened.
I have the opposite reaction. If they hear I'm a girl, I'm in the group, and they will not stop talking to me after that. So that's fun. Yeah. I would tell you some experiences, but I don't think that it's not a pleasant conversation, honestly. But I'm so sorry that you get booted for being a guy. That kind of sucks. How dare your tune be female? I don't think I've ever been booted, actually. Now, I've been booted from the game, like the game, you know, kicks people out, like, happens quite a bit. But I don't think I've ever been kicked from a group on DC. I've been kicked on Elder Scrolls, but I told them to. I was like, yeah, kick me, I'm not into what you guys are into here, I'll go. But yeah, on DC, I don't think I've ever been kicked. I think having a female voice benefits me in that when I play, and if I suck, even if I say, look guys, my character's not built up, if you want to trade me out, I'm perfectly fine with that, they won't do it. I don't know, is it like they feel bad because I'm a girl who sucks and they're trying to be nice? I don't know, but I don't suck. I just don't have built up characters on here. But I think maybe that's it. They're not going to kick me, but the second they hear that you're a guy, that's so sad that they kick you because you're a guy. Ugh. People are rude. I need to calm down. I feel like I'm talking too much on your channel, Multi.
You're
I'm
chatty.
so sorry, you should talk.
Did you drink any Red Bull? You're chatty tonight.
No, but I also am running on I'm very hungry at the moment.
Oh, that might be why.
It could be just hunger talking.
Go eat a sandwich.
Oh, I plan to get something nice after this. Hopefully some places open that have chips and gravy and burgers. Thanks, Sub-Zero. I really want a burger now.
We say fries over here.
Oh yeah, we also say fries. I got told off. My best friend is American, and he said that I was using chips incorrectly because Australians are confusing. We have fries for like the skinny chip, which I'm assuming you guys also call fries, but then a thicker cut chip we call a chip, and then a packet of chips, the crunchy ones that aren't hot, we also call those chips. And the context is what lets us know what it is. So if we say I'm having a packet of chips, we know that that means it's cold. And if we're saying I'm going to get some chips, that means it's hot. So I don't know that anywhere else would understand what's going on there. I think we're a bit confusing in Australia. We play with language too much. But what do you call fish and chips?
We call it fish and chips, but it comes with fries.
That's my point. No, that's chips. See? That's the same argument I made with my American friend. If you call it fish and chips, clearly, on some level you acknowledge that those are hot chips.
They're not hot shit.
Then call them fish and fries, man.
Nah.
Yeah, don't be fooling yourself.
Because even in French we call it fish and chips.
Yeah, see? Because chips is a hot chip. I'm right. I win. End of conversation.
So I think that's going to be it for tonight.
Sweet.
So any big plans for the weekend?
The same rate again.
Sorry?
Otherwise we'll do the same rate again.
Yeah, probably. Evil Omnibus. So any big plans for the weekend?
Not really big. Just the normal stuff. Record, edit, put out videos, that sort of thing. And also burgers, apparently.
Any upcoming videos? I noticed you did release one. Was it earlier today?
Yeah, it was last night for me, but probably earlier today for a lot of you. Yeah, base tour. I tend to put out a base tour on Fridays. My Friday. Is it your Friday too? Yeah, your Friday morning. And then a different video after, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, you made a base tour of Lucifer Morningstar. Is that it?
Yeah, he's on Switch. He does really good bases specifically around the character Lucifer Morningstar. And so, yeah, I've been touring those at the moment. He has a lot, though, so I'm moving on to Xbox next. But I'll be back to the Switch later to get a few more base tours. It's so much fun. People are so creative.
Is it inspired by Lucifer from the TV show or the comics?
Both. So he gives me like a little bit of information in the mail to let me know what items he's put in there to represent things from the comics and then also to represent from the show. So a little bit of both. And he's very detailed, which I really love. And yeah, I think I've got like 3 or 4 of his bases on there now. I think my favorite one was Penthouse. Turbocharge says for everyone, if you could spend a week with any superhero or villain, who would it be and why?
Starfire.
Beast Boy. Why?
I don't know.
Beast Boy, because we'll eat pizza, I'll be vegan for that day just so that everything's fine. Play video games, that's chill. I will do that.
I'm sure Starfire eats pizza too.
Yeah, probably. We can all four of us hang out together. It'll be great. I can't believe we both chose a Titan.
That's cool.
That worked out.
So we'll hang out at the Titan's Tower.
Yeah, there we go. Pizza, video games, we'll be fine. Junior said Spider-Man from DC, Nightwing. Oh, Spider-Man would be so much fun, but yeah, not from DC. And I would not choose Nightwing. But yeah, Spider-Man I would choose. That would be fun. I feel like we would, be able to communicate on the same level because we're both slapsticky. Oh, Sub-Zero, Beast Boy and Cyborg. Yes! My man! That man knows what's going on, Beast Boy and burgers and perfect. Sancho says because he's a really chill guy and he has a great sense of humor. Yeah. Perfect. See? That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people who know what I'm talking about, Multi. Sorry, I know I'm talking too much, aren't I?
That's okay. So Junior says, oh,
Raven and Starfire! See? Everyone's doing Teen Titans! Smart people. I'm so sorry. You speak.
That's okay.
Oh, shut up.
Junior says, a great live stream. Have a great rest of the year. Same to you guys. I hope you guys had a good Christmas holiday. I know that the holidays aren't over just yet. There's still a few days until January 1st. But I hope you guys had a good holiday so far. And hopefully you'll get a good holiday for the rest of the holidays.
Oh. Superman says he would choose Superman because he has kryptonite that will let me gain his abilities and powers. But see, the thing is, do you think Superman's going to be like, oh, you want the same abilities and powers as me? Sure, here you go. I don't think so. How are you going to get them? Right? And, I mean, you're just a human at the moment, so you're probably not going to succeed against Superman. Right? Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know.
You probably are.
Yeah, I tend to do that.
So guys, we'll stick around for maybe another 2 minutes. So if you have any last minute questions you want to ask, the time is now.
I am at the bottom of the chat, so there's none at the moment.
Okay.
But I think you see them faster than I do, I'm not sure.
Seth is crazy. He thinks Lex Luthor would give him some money. That would never happen.
Oh, no, he would not! You'd have to steal it. Are you small, and do you have a high stealth level?
Oh, Sub-Zero says he got 100 subscribers this past Christmas, or he reached 100 subscribers this past Christmas. Congratulations.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you had a channel. Oh, okay, I'll sub.
I think you'll reach 101.
101 today. Oh, he's probably over it by now if he's done it this past Christmas. There's a few more days. He's probably over that limit by now, but I'll come across. I'm so sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, I just noticed you crossed 800 subscribers.
I did, yes.
So 200 more and you'll get the big 1,000.
Yay! And, oh yeah, that's the thing. I will be having a celebration video come out for the 800, which most people who follow me know. Character creation. So we're going to create a character from scratch and then style it to make it look like whichever character it is. I'm not going to tell you who that is.
Who are you going to create?
I told you I'm not going to tell you who it is.
You have to.
No, I definitely don't.
Oh.
No.
Oh, Superman says he just hit 240. Congrats, Superman.
Oh, nice. Good job. Oh, no problem. Sub-Zero says, well, thank you for the support. No problem. If I hadn't known, I would have gone across sooner. I'm already subbed to Superman, and we have a collab planned for the future. I can't give you a date on that at the moment because I have other videos I have to get done first. He's basically waiting on me, so my bad. But it will happen, and it's going to be great. I'm a very busy person,
So guys, that's pretty much how we're going to end 2024 with today's live stream. I might produce 1 or 2 videos maybe during the weekend, but For when it comes to live stream, I guess this is going to be it for this year. Although I'm toying with maybe making a. I've been overdue to make a walkthrough for some time, so I might make a new walkthrough. But this time I actually might do it live as opposed to doing a whole bunch of shorter videos. I might just do a handful.
Choose your powers and everything?
Yeah, so I might just do a handful of
Oh, I
videos
get it.
and I would do it live. I used to do that at some point. So we'll probably try to do that. Odds are I would use maybe the Flash. I'll use probably the default Flash character we have at character creation for two reasons. I came to realize I didn't make a Flash walkthrough just yet, and also sadly on the smaller platforms, you pretty much have to play DCUO solo. And a question people often have is, what's the best power to be able to play solo? Fire is a pretty good power to do that. So I would create a Flash character that uses fire most likely. So I might do that. I'm toying with that. I might start doing that before the end of the year, or I might wait for the start of 2021, 2025. Well, we'll have to wait and see for that. So any last words?
If I was going to do a live character creation, I'd let the audience choose everything.
We could do that at some point.
That'll be fun.
So any last words, Shadow Lady?
No, thank you. This was fun. And I always say no, and then I say something. Yes. This was fun. Thank you for having me, and your audience is lovely. Thanks, guys.
So, guys, thank you for coming to play with us. Thanks to those of you who came to watch the stream. Thanks to those of you who commented in the chat. You guys are awesome. So again, sadly, this is the end of 2024. Although, not sadly, 2024 was a bit of a bumpy ride, so I'm sure a lot of people are happy to leave it behind us. Hopefully, 2025 will be a bit better. We do know that the devs do have some plans for 2025. Whether those will be, whether people will love those plans or not, that remains to be seen. So, guys, have a good weekend. Have a good rest of the Christmas holidays. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye, guys.